Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. I'm here with Kareem Mays, my co-host, Francis Richardson, Dan Sissick, Sharon Cortizano, Brigetta Talley, and somebody else. I don't know who else is here.
Leon, I think.
Leon Alexander, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Tonight we're talking about sales pitch versus salesperson, balancing offline and online marketing. And I know for myself, I think it's a lot easier to market online because you have that screen. You know, you can just say what you got to say and you don't really have to worry about seeing how the other person's reacting. So I think it's easier to talk to people online than offline. However, I've been getting better myself at talking to people offline about what I'm doing and the Entrepreneur Power Hour, pay me what I'm worth and things like that. So I think it just takes a different strategy for each, but also integrating them and using the skills you've learned offline and online and that kind of stuff. Would you guys agree with that, Kareem?
I think so, but eventually I have to step away from the screen like you're saying and actually go and talk to somebody and talk to people and see what's going on with them and see how I can help them. And it's also a little bit more powerful offline because they know you're a real person. It's not just an email conversation.
Right.
I've done both. For me, I've done the online. Been parts of webinars and trainings and stuff, and I've also done some of the real life. And I'm not as good in the real life in person. I don't like that area because you get that really one-on-one action reaction and how they're thinking and their looks on their faces and their body language definitely says a lot into how they're reacting to what you say. And I tend to read a lot more into it. So then I take it a lot more personally. So when I'm online and doing stuff online, I don't get as attached to it. But that's part of what I need to get better at is when I'm out and about, not being attached to that. It's not me that they're rejecting. It's the idea or whatever, and it may not be the right time, right moment for them.
Yep.
And I'm sure Frank can attest to that big time, the difference on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do find that a one-on-one meeting with somebody or a group meeting where you have maybe 2 or 3 people that you can read people's body language easier than you can online. I think being online, you can't, personally, I have trouble reading the body language online. That I think if you're somebody like maybe a personal speaker like Kareem, they read body language. They interpret how to bring another person into the conversation. Or if you're one-on-one, then if you're trying to do it online and pull people into the conversation, it's difficult for me to pull people into an online conversation more so than it would be if I'm personally in a group conference.
So you're saying that when you're belly to belly with somebody, it's easier for you to feel comfortable talking about you, what you're passionate about, what you're doing.
It's easier for me to bring somebody else in to where they feel comfortable talking about themselves.
Right. That must be the energy you give off, Francis. You must give a very comforting energy to around people so they can feel open with you. And I think it's important that we learn those skills and integrate them both into what we're doing now, because this is an online conference and we all know each other very well. We're all very comfortable with one another. We all understand each other. And as to integrate that both online and offline, I think is the key. Because if you have the ability to go up to somebody that you know and say, hey man, yeah, I do the Entrepreneur Power Hour every Tuesday night. Would you like to join us? I think that you could learn a lot from us. And also we could learn a lot from you. Now, I wouldn't approach somebody who wasn't entrepreneurial with this. You know, I wouldn't tell somebody about this that wasn't entrepreneurial, because they're likely to be more closed off to it, given the fact that they probably have a regular job, or maybe they just don't want to do the work that's involved. And that's fine, you know.
But what if you know somebody that where something like this can really help them or be a value to them? Have you ever talked to somebody?
I'm gonna kind of use Leon as my NASA test monkey tonight.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And, okay, Leon.
Just hold on, guys. I got to use the washroom.
Okay.
Right
Mention my name, you'll get a good seat.
Fran's always with the one-liners.
Okay, Leon, I'm going to use you as my NASA test monkey tonight. And you're in the public eye day in and day out with your job. And do you find that if John Q. Public walks through your door, you find it easier to turn the charm on one-on-one with somebody that walks through the door, or would you rather pick up a telephone and somebody calls you?
Me personally, what I do is I, definitely look at body language, and when I'm about to talk to someone, what I do is kind of like, I would like seek for opportunities to talk to them. But really, you need to understand, you need to be more interested in people than yourself.
I agree. And if somebody calls you on the phone and they say, Mr. Alexander, you have a call on line 2, wouldn't you rather, how would you break the ice on the phone as opposed to somebody walking through your door and they say, oh, Mr. Alexander, we spoke yesterday on the phone and I took the opportunity to come down and see you in person. You must talk to 10, 12, 14 people a day.
Right.
How are you going to say to this person, could you refresh my memory as to what the topic was we were talking about, so I can recall some things that maybe I could discuss with you moving forward? How can I help you?
Right. I mean, someone, like, anytime, like, if someone's calling me, are you talking about they're calling me and I'm the person, like, trying to sell them a service, or?
Well, John Jones or Mary Hubbard rings your phone and they ask you about the offers, what you could offer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you just start with what their interests are. Don't be trying to sell them on what they're not interested at that time. I know some marketers, when I'm talking to them, they talk about the idea of selling products to people that they have passion. So selling passion products. So if someone's calling you about a specific product, well, don't be like ignoring them and talking about something else.
Okay, and as opposed to somebody walking in your door. they walk into your office and they say, Mr. Alexander, I believe we spoke yesterday. I'm Francis Richardson. We spoke yesterday. I know you're very busy, but could you give me a moment of your time?
Yeah. Well,
You must talk to 15, 20 people a day, and how do you get them to tell you what it was that you spoke about yesterday to jog your memory?
oh, okay. Just, I think what I would do is I would just again start with, you know, listening to what they're saying, and I think one thing is as far as like, which I don't really do this, but it's one thing that I was taught was
Well,
when
what do you do?
well, you want to take, if you're talking to someone that's important, you definitely want to be like taking like notes. So if I'm talking to 10, 20 people a day, and if, it's going to be important, for you to know what to talk to them about when they talk to you again. So dropping down brief notes, that way you don't run into that confrontation silence.
Yeah, that uncomfortable silence. You need some, I call it my cheat sheet. You got to have your cheat sheet, and if it's Jim Ron you're speaking with, or you're talking to Chris or Kareem, what is it that is going to be in your notes that's going to transition you to a point that you're able to carry on an intelligent conversation and draw this person into the conversation to tell you what it is they want to discuss?
Fran?
Yes.
See, the interesting thing with that is I know a lot of like these marketers, like these big time dudes, they got the business suit on, and generally what they've done, and I've seen this, they have a script. And one day I was telling them like, oh man, I don't think we should cold call like this. We should wing it. And he's like, no, stick to the script. Like it wasn't even like, hey, maybe, we could chat. And the biggest thing they told me is sound like you're really into it. And it comes from like doing this. It comes from being generally interested. Like if I was calling for an MLM that I wasn't interested in or products, it just wouldn't work. But if you generally have that confidence or like, oh, this dude knows his stuff, even if you don't, and you follow that script, generally you can get through and you can generally make that sale or convince that person that you're the man and you know what you're talking about. And obviously, I'm not saying do that. I am saying be genuine, but you need that general confidence in you, or people are just going to be like, I'm done.
Well, I've also heard that a lot of times it's like when you're talking in person with people, you smile or you look or you make contact or something. So I've heard that over like the phone or something, or especially if you're doing it over the phone. But smile as you're talking too, or walk around as you're talking to get some energy flowing through you, so that way you sound upbeat and stuff. I've heard of those types of things. But
exactly. When I'm
hey,
talking
guys.
on the phone, I will actually look in a mirror, smile at myself, and build a rapport with myself.
What's up, Leon? I know you're trying to say something.
I'm gonna have to get going, guys. I have a meeting.
Well, I'm so sad without you.
No, I'm sad too, but I need to leave.
Okay, internet hug.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for
All right, bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you for being my test monkey tonight.
But I also think that in for online stuff too, even though you're not necessarily like here, we all can see each other. We can kind of see how each other's kind of reacting and stuff like that. So, in that you can kind of internalize that a little too and kind of get some play off of there. It's still not the same as being totally live right in front of somebody or in front of a group of people. I've done meetings where I've, been up and standing in front of people and speaking and stuff like that. And I still have to work through that. That's one area I don't like. And I still get a little, but on here I have no problems because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know you guys are.
Because we're all cute.
We'll get you there, though. We'll get you doing push-ups and sit-ups, and we'll get you up on that stage and be like, my name is Dan Sissick, and you will live a simply simple life. And I know that Tony Robbins guy is pretty powerful, but I got more heart, and I'm coming with you. All right, you see that beach over there? And that's really what I've seen these people, when you're going offline or online, the one big thing I've seen is if you bring that energy on camera and you bring it off camera, because it would be weird if I was like all like this and then you met me and you're like, hey, Kareem, hey. And then Micah, you like cryptocurrency? Well, it's okay, I guess. Or vice versa if I was hiding on the screen. And it's just bringing that energy. See, I see people are attracted to that. When I was posting positive quotes, when I post things, people get attracted to that and they like it. And then my dad said, like, oh, your neighbor's following it. And I said, I don't even talk to them. Why is he following? Oh, he likes what you post. So it's just that energy out there. Micah, what up? We're talking about offline versus online marketing.
A lot of background noise coming from somewhere.
That's not me. I have nothing on.
No, that's coming from Micah's speaker.
Not me.
Background aliens in the background.
Yep.
It's me? Like, seriously? Like, I wanted to talk. That's too bad.
No, you can talk now. It's better, but there was a lot of noise coming through there.
I don't even have a fan.
Hey, Micah, I want to believe it was extraterrestrials.
That's a great
I see. Yeah, it was probably like Neil Armstrong or something there.
I personally know a couple of marketers that, in some of the things I've been involved with, and when I see them speak, one, he gets excited, and I've seen him excited, but he's not that over the top excited. He does not like being up in front of the crowds. I know it. I just know it because of the way he is up there. But I've seen his success, and I know that he has pushed himself out there to do it so that others can see that you can get out there and do it. But another one I follow, he's energy. I mean, when he gets up there and gets out there, he's got the energy. Or when I followed him on his Think and Grow Rich call, you hear it in his voice, you see it, you just feel it. And I think that's like what you were saying, Kareem, that people are attracted to that energy, that high energy, that vibration being higher, which lifts them up. And that's, I think, how when we're talking to people, marketing online or offline, if you can get that feeling across, that's when they'll more likely engage with you.
Yeah, you wouldn't watch this video if I was like, all right, guys, let's market online and offline. How are we going to do it? I don't know. Or if I come up and I'm like, all right, I'll show you how to market online and offline. I got the motions. I'm picking up my keyboard, I'm shaking it. I'm taking this and I'm throwing this across the room. Maybe I have my bird on and I'm doing crazy stuff. And people are like, you got to check this dude out. He's funny on YouTube. Oh, it's not another cat video? No, it's not a cat video, I swear. And then they watch it and they're like, oh, he's actually saying something intelligent. Wait, you can say intelligent things and be funny? Sorcery. And then that's why aliens are tuning in through Micah.
I know. That's what I keep hearing.
They're watching.
He's picking up something over there. I don't know. Fox Mulder. We got Fox Mulder over here.
Also, Bill Maybauer, he made it. Bill, congrats on getting through the doctor's appointment, and it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bill. What's up, buddy?
Bill's a trooper. Today we're talking about offline versus online marketing. How do you market yourself on this thingy we call a PC and then go out there and tell people about what you're doing in your hometown and then rock both worlds?
what I do is I have availability through my business is a lot of videos, and so I market that way. So I don't have really, I don't necessarily have to get online to see them face to face, but I got a lot of videos and stuff that the companies put together so that I can send those out and they'll market for me. They have a number of different programs, so it just keeps, as they say, dripping on people as they, and after a while they say, oh yeah, maybe I'll have to do that. So that's the easiest way I know of right now is to, and it's a no-brainer for me. I just set it up once and it's on its way. That's how I do that.
Okay, I've got a question for you. You're using a lot of videos from those people and stuff that you're using to market to them, but how do they know that? See, how do they get to where they know who you are and that you're the person that they want to deal with?
Well, I talk to them initially, and then every time the video goes out and they have my name and information there if they want to get back to me or have any questions. And it's always good to then, and when they watch a video, I am notified that they have watched it, and I can then call them or get back to them anytime. So some I just let sit and watch them for a while. Others I may get back to them after they watched one or two. And the way the program is set up, the first couple of days they get a number of videos, and then it spreads it out through time. So at least that's what I'm doing.
So, and then when you're doing that, then you're kind of prefacing them so that they understand that you're sending the videos out and it involves other people in the videos, but you're the contact person and you're the one is okay. So you're at least developing that rapport and that initial setup so they understand, so they don't get on there and say, oh, this is the person I want to follow. And
no, it's not that way. No.
But that's happened. I've seen that happen before where, you get, send stuff out or something and they're so enamored of that person or, so taken with that person, they go look them up and go find them and follow them rather than you.
Yeah, but that's more of but these are company generic videos, if you want to call it that.
Okay. Well, Bill, I have a question then. Let's say you're talking on the phone to me about what you do, or somebody sees your video online and knows you in real life, and they're like, Bill, dude, I didn't know you were a businessman. That's awesome. You do something on the side, and then they start interacting with you, and your neighbor comes to your door, and they're all excited. They're like, yeah, dude, Bill has a business. How would you handle it like any differently then? Would you like sit them down? Or because there's got to be some different things, because when people ask me about what I do offline, I can definitely show them a little bit more and get them acquainted, throw a book at them, they duck, and then I throw it at them again. Or maybe like my friends will make jokes about the power hour. They're like, oh, dude, I didn't know you do. And then they'll like good jokes though. And then they'll go like my page and they'll like share my stuff. So it's kind of interesting what a little bit of people coming to your door and seeing like, oh, I know the guy behind the camera. So do you interact any?
Sure. There's also local meetings that I can take them to if they so desire. I also have videos on my cell phone that if I wanted to show them right then and there, or I have a few documents on my phone that I could show them right then and there. Or, if they come to my door, I can provide them with documents that I have stored at the house. Or when I go out, a lot of times I have a suitcase that has a number of things that I can provide for them. So I can talk to them right there out in the field, or I can talk to them here at the house, or take them to a meeting, or show them some videos.
That's sweet. Bill's going to be like, check out my business card. Boing! They're like, whoa, where'd that come from? He's like, and here's a bunch of docs. Whoa, Bill, where'd you get all that from? Just like a marketing ninja. Just
That's right. I've got it all ready for them.
You're like, no, whoa.
So basically, you're kind of adept at doing either the in-person or online then, because you kind of got that built up around you. Now, which have you found is easier for you to do over time and stuff, or have you, because of being involved doing this for a while, that you have gotten better at one or the other, or maybe both equally?
Well, I feel more comfortable being able to talk to them, go out to a meeting, a tag meeting or some type of meeting, let them know, do a little can of my card, and then let them know that I'm going to send them some videos, and they're okay with that. And they've got to opt in, and then they start getting these videos. So, that's the easiest way I know, and just keep filling my funnel through time, besides just talking to people and see if they're interested. All I'm doing is getting information in front of them, and then they can decide whether they like it or not. That's my job. So, and however I get that taken care of, that's what I do.
Get the info from Bill. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're making an awesome video. We're putting some funny stuff, some information, and we send it out to people. And then they realize they can laugh at something other than cat videos, and they can learn about the entrepreneurial world. And they're like, wow, I didn't know I could be an entrepreneur. And if I'd seen this in high school, when I was like military college, like, they're like, there's another way. Like, what's that, Billy Mays? You can be an entrepreneur. Isn't that risky? Isn't working a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life risky too? Isn't that more of a risk? And that's the whole thing of what powerful marketing can do to change somebody. You bring the information, but you're confident, you throw it out there, and then you make a huge difference in the world. So I'd say even more than the information, it's that power of what the information can do and how it can change someone's life. Like Micah's cryptocurrency, because that actually showed me a way that I could actually create wealth. Not just an income, but actual like wealth, which I won't go like too much into like, different types of that. But I think it's really cool that online now there's things called exchanges, and people can learn what they're doing with, different coins, and they can make some money or lose it. But it's all the fun in doing it, that you can attract different people and then work with different people to do that. Dan has a thought. He's thinking. What you thinking, Dan?
I smell the smoke.
Oh, go ahead, Fran.
No, I say I smelled the smoke.
Oh, that's because we're on fire right now with ideas.
We are, Kareem, and I tell you, there's nothing better than a group that's on the same wavelength. If you want to carry everybody with you and bring new people on board, the more the merrier. I have no problem talking about cryptocurrency, talking about the mindset of other people, and just how to transition somebody from the current topic of tonight or whatever anybody else wants to talk about.
Well, that's how you market. You hit every avenue. You hit people who are doing this or like, I didn't know they were into online marketing, and then this, and then they also did that, and they scuba dive and they wrestle with bears, and then you're like, whoa, this dude's pretty cool, and these people are pretty cool, and that's exciting. And Frances needs to check her smoke detector. Like, oh, I smell smoke. Wait, whoa. Oh, hey guys, I'll be right back. Like,
yeah. Oh, I'm gonna quit smoking one of these days.
Just go get a vapor. Just go get a vapor stick, and then you'll be done in no time. My dad.
I would love to get a vapor stick.
We'll market it to you.
We'll get you one. We'll get you one. That'll be so much better than getting you, $100 or $200, and then you just go and buy a vapor stick. You'll love it. It's way better then, well, first of all, tobacco doesn't really have much flavor, okay? You add some cherries to it, you add some grape to it, you add some things to it, though, and it actually starts to get a little bit more, like, enjoyable, if that makes sense, right?
I guess marketing
It
tobacco.
does.
Oh, yeah, so, and
It
you know,
does. I got, when I was in the hospital last week with a mini stroke. Now, what could be more insightful than to go into hospital, have a mini stroke, and come home that night and say, why do I want to smoke? Do I really? No, I don't. But I'm too chicken to quit. Yeah, well, that's the more likelihood that I'm just too chicken to quit because I don't want to gain weight. And I actually got hypnotized and quit cold turkey for 1.5 years.
Fran, look at the screen. You ready? You will quit smoking. See, this is another way of marketing, guys. If they keep saying no, get a string and hit. You will quit smoking.
The next time you smoke, you will have bad taste in your mouth, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's awful taste. I can't have that taste anymore."
That leads me into a crazy marketing thing, though, Fran, because I haven't done this personally, but I have read about this, and I knew some people. And in my person, this could be good or bad. In my opinion, this could be good or bad. And there is some NLP techniques of neuro-linguistic programming of saying things a certain way and with a certain tone that you can actually modify behavior. And that can translate into making a sale or not making a sale, funny enough, or quit smoking or not quitting smoking. So that's another avenue you can also take, is to look up, don't become like weird with it, like, oh, I'll learn NLP and hypnotize everybody. I'm a wizard, because then I'll be like, we're not hanging out anymore. But there actually is a good side to neuralistic. See, no, I can't
Neuralistic.
say it.
Neuro-linguistic.
Yes.
Neuro-linguistic.
Yeah, but with that, part of that, what you're doing is, I think in that, and some of what I've heard about that, one of the companies I was a part, or am a part of, the owner or the founder, whatever, did a lot of that. He would do a lot of things in that. But the way he did it totally with me, it was the opposite. It just totally turned me off. It was like, you're doing that again. Okay. It just irritated the crap out of me. But for a lot of people, the way he would do it and go about it, it worked, because it would touch something and that would make them decide they wanted to buy whatever, was being put out there. And I've seen and heard that, you can kind of, the way you say it and do it, it can touch on points that kind of trigger things with them.
I think it's a hit or miss with that stuff. It could probably either get people really interested, or people will be like, stop the NLP stuff, dude. Just talk regular English, bro. So it could work on the marketing side for the better, or it could make you think people are weird. I think it's a hit or miss. It's something to look into. It's something I've done some research on, but it's not something I go out and necessarily practice or preach.
Well, I actually talked with a couple of my nurses when I was in the hospital about cryptocurrency, and they had no idea there was any such animal. And I actually have a follow-up with one girl tomorrow, and it's just one of those things. It's like a game, a goal that I set for myself, that I want to get at least 2 people a week to follow up with my cryptocurrency. And I feel very comfortable with it, discussing it online, offline. And one of my nurses asked me.
Just got a call came in, guys. I got to step out.
Okay.
Kareem, I'll give you a shout back tomorrow. Are you working tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me a shout after work?
Yes, I'll give you a shout. I'll send you some, and you can clean your house with it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Excellent. Advertising things today, eh?
Yeah.
Like this call is not sponsored by Shout.
This call
No, it's not sponsored by Shout.
or vapes.
Bye for now.
Well, can
Or
I
tobacco.
talk with you too, Micah, tomorrow with Kareem? Oh, did he take off already?
He bolted.
Okay, I'd like to get in on that discussion, Kareem, if you guys are talking about anything in particular.
I don't know what it is, but anyway, Fran, I like how you're saying you set actual goals, like 2 people a week. Is this something we haven't touched on? Like sometimes I sit down and say, where do I want to be in so many years, or how much do I want to get?
How am I going to get there?
Yeah, how am I going to get there? And you actually have a plan, and you're real. Like it's not like I'm talking to you online. You're like, cryptocurrency, but offline, you're doing something weird. Because so many of these marketers, you see them in like big houses and cars, and then you find out they rented it or something weird. And I want to know who's the person behind the camera, and that person behind the camera better be the same person I shake hands with one day.
Exactly. I want to be as transparent, as real, as accessible to anybody that I'm talking to, whether it's online, on the phone, somebody that you meet in the grocery store. I want to be the same person, and somebody that's going to be accessible, that you can bring your grandmother to dinner and say, this is the crazy old lady I told you about that's in the wheelchair. You know, this is who I am.
Hey, y'all, Mama Fran, live in the house.
Yeah, Mama Fran's in the house. She's the one that talks funny and makes her wants and wishes known.
And if you say someone and me, she'll correct it too.
Yeah, I will. I will. It's just who I am, folks.
That's all right. We love you. Keep coming back.
Yep.
And the nurse asked me, what do you do? And I said, well, I have an online business, actually 2 or 3 of them. And I said, it's just what I enjoy doing. It's not a job to me. It's something I enjoy doing because I can help you, or I can help somebody else make $800 a month extra than you're making now. And you can pick your hours doing it. It doesn't matter if you're working swing shifts at the hospital. If I told you that you could make an extra $500 to $800 a month, would it be something that would get your attention? And so they said, really? I said, yeah. I said, it's doable. It's not a pie high in the sky kind of dream that's inaccessible. It's tangible, it's accessible. And I said, would that interest you more than if I told you I was a test monkey for NASA?
I don't know. Those NASA test monkeys are pretty cool, though. And I want to go in a rocket ship, although I've seen what NASA does. And so, yes, what you're doing would definitely interest me more because you're coming off genuine. You're not like, hi, I'm Fran, and you can make $100 million in 2 months. No
just by clicking a mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No experience.
Yeah, that's really not singing like it's anything tangible. Or
no, you're not telling anybody anything. You're not telling them how to do it. You're not telling them.
It's kind of like Donald Trump saying that I can do it all myself.
I'll build a wall. I'm like, okay. If you make claims that
but if you have the same mentality, God, strike me now.
Yeah.
You know, if I said you got to have the same mentality as Donald Trump to jump out there and take the nerve to say the things that he says.
Hold on, I'm doing my comb over.
Yeah.
And I'll get the face.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have a session. Make entrepreneurial activities great again. And I'll just have my tie and I'll be angry and I'll do this. And
you got to have your Trump scowl.
A lot of people think he'll do good for America. Now, I don't know jack about American politics, so, I mean, I don't know.
Count yourself lucky from the get-go.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, not to get on DT because not too big on politics, because someone will like.
I'm not either. I'm just saying I don't know anything about it. I mean, I don't know if he's a better option or not.
Neither does Trump. So
no, I don't think.
See how much you got in common to start with?
Yeah, exactly.
See, you could market it too. You could be like, make America great again. And actually thinking of that, because looking at elections, and I'm not big on really either or, but I see they have like cool slogans. And I see, like we were talking about this last time a little bit. If people have some kind of a semblance with like maybe you throw a slogan out there or an idea or you have a really clear vision, that does help tremendously when you're going to market, like Uniting the World's Entrepreneurs or my other company for public speaking. Speak your mind now. The world is your audience. People are like, whoa, that's a cool tagline. Let's hang out. Or can I see what you're doing?
But that is, well, you hit it on the nail, though. That's exactly, they are marketing themselves to the American people, point blank. And each one has picked the road that they've chosen to market to. And so now they're targeting their stuff at the market that they're trying to reach. That's part of what, finding that balance for our online, offline marketing too, is we got to find that balance of what works for us in our own business. That's why I was asking Bill a little bit about, what he likes better, what he's better at. But like for me, I like the online side of it, but yet I lose some of the more, for lack of a better word, the human aspect of it, because it doesn't have that same interplay as in front of somebody, and where you can really kind of get that connection that way. But yet we still need to learn to be viable in both ways, because it is a very digital world anymore, and so many people do things online too. You can't necessarily just look at it and throw it out the window and say, oh, that's not for me. We've got to, and same like for me, I can't just throw the, as I call it, old school, the direct network marketing to people and face to face and stuff. I can't necessarily throw that out either, because then you're missing out on part of your target, because there are going to be people in your target that are going to be one way or the other, or a little of both. So you got to learn how to, finagle both too. And that's part of where we're at, in the world, and in this network marketing, direct marketing and stuff that we do, that, even I don't do as good as I could probably on the direct, the interacting personally, as I should.
And hey, I'll bring your sign to a convention, because actually one like big thing, I was talking to people, I'm like, I really want to get my YouTube channel just going crazy. And some of the things we're collaborating with people online, hitting them up and doing videos with them. And because a lot of people are like SEO, but SEO only takes you so far. I can master keywords and people are like, it's not really for me. But if you collaborate with some of the bigger people, that's powerful. And then another thing people are saying is get some meetup groups. Go to like Meetup, where you can get in them big conferences and hit people up and be like, yeah, Power Hour, pay me what, or whatever it is, or even say Simply Simple Life. And then another big one, since you're doing videos, Dan, Fran, and I know Bill has videos, maybe you do some of your own. There's this thing called VidCon, which I missed, But what VidCon is big YouTubers get there. And you think if you were there for a couple of days just hitting people, be like, yeah, I'm Kareem, small channel, big dreams. And then you see a tear in one of their eyes because they were at that point you were trying to start. And then you go to VidCon, maybe you're making a few new friends, you start working with them, and all of a sudden their people and your people are hitting up, and you're like, whoa.
But that's something I was also leading into, is because if you're working on your business and your however you're going about it, you got to also, like Fran says, you got to be kind of transparent and able to show them that yes, it's hard work. Yes, you're going to do things that you don't like to do, but that's part of business. Just like in my job, there are certain aspects of my job wherever I'm working at I don't like doing. I do it because I know I'm going to get that paycheck. And going back to what we were talking about earlier, that people don't necessarily realize that, yeah, we're in, that is a pyramid scheme. You have the CEO and all that there. But at the same point, they get so comfortable in that, and they deal with the bad that goes on what they perceive as the good, in getting that paycheck and the parts of the job that they like. So here, when we're dealing with them and being transparent, helping them to understand that, in order to reach those dreams, you got to be able to do the work behind it. And some of the work is down and dirty, and you got to do it, and you got to learn how to work around it. And as I'm learning, as I'm growing, as I'm going through a lot of things over the last few years, that I've had to learn to do some things that I never thought I would ever do, or never thought I'd see myself doing, but I did it because it's pushing me closer.
Yeah, YouTube channel, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know about it. There's people who are scared to be on camera, it's funny to me. But there are legitimately still a lot of people out there like, oh, God, a camera. I can't talk, or I don't want to put myself on the internet. I'll get criticized. People make fun of me. I'm like, they'll do it regardless. I mean, it's really just the fact that if you get out of that, that's why it transitions well with the comfort zone. If you jump out of the comfort zone, and you really start to say, like, okay, I'm going to have to do some awkward things in marketing, and maybe I'm going to have to be a little salesy, but I don't like that. And then you go out there and you just present yourself, this is who I am, take it or leave it, and then people go, whoa, he's honest. Maybe some people like you, maybe some people don't. And going back to that election, there's people who like this side and there's people who like that side, but they're not really changing. One thing I can say is their personalities are consistent. Maybe their views aren't, but their personalities are consistent. So people are like, man, I like how he has that slogan, he does this, or I like how she talks, or she's such a good speaker. And then it comes down to you identify with that person. You can see that they're actually like real. They're not just somebody over a screen. And then that makes a huge connection.
And one thing that I want to bring up that I've heard and wanted to interject, it's remember 55, 38, and 7. Does anybody know what those numbers mean?
Are those the winning numbers to the lottery?
I wish. But when you're and we're all talking about communication. And 55, let's see, basically 93% of all our communication is nonverbal.
That's true.
People are only listening to, if you just communicate via email and text, they're missing 93% of what you're trying to communicate, or vibes that they're getting. So what is it? 55% is visual, 38% is how you say it, and only 7% is the words you use. And so that's what people are listening to. So you need to be, when you're communicating, you got to remember all of that stuff. And those percentages have been proven over and over and over again. So those are real, whether it's in this country or even in other countries, it's all been realized. So when we're trying to communicate, you got to keep those things in mind.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be the nonverbal anyone can pick on, because if I don't know your language, Bill, and you're speaking Chinese or Japanese, but I'm trying to motivate you and I'm sitting here like in the chair like this, and you can barely see me, or I just don't seem engaged, or I'm looking off in the distance constantly. Body language can tell you sometimes a lot more, and even going back to that NLP and some of that stuff. And I know some coaches and some life coaches, dating coaches, they'll even say it's all about like the nonverbal before you even go to the verbal. And that's how people will either approach you or not.
I've never heard that breakdown on the 55, 38, and 7. I probably might have heard it maybe in a different way, but the way you said that, wow, just that was powerful on that. I actually wrote it down because I'm going to put that in my notes and stuff because that brings something up I need to be more aware of when I'm out there and putting myself out there and to remember those things, put them in my head to remember that. I got to remember that half of what they're picking up on is all the nonverbal I'm throwing out there, even though I might be saying one thing, but my body might be saying something different.
Yep.
And who is it? Who's the marketer that we all know, the engineer? Delohe's guy. Michael Delohe's mentor.
Oh,
Anyhow.
Big Al Schreider.
Big Al, yeah. I couldn't remember his name. But, people, and how many times has he said that people have already decided whether they're going to buy from you or not in 30 seconds, and you haven't said anything?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty well nonverbal right there. So.
Yep.
It's really important, and so video and communicating and being with people is really important. So you can't rely just on text information.
Yeah, and I want to welcome Michael Trout. He's starting an awesome thing.
Oh, hey, Michael.
And he's welcome to the Power Hour. We're talking about online and offline marketing, how to rock those two worlds. And we're just having fun, and Bill gave us some winning lottery numbers. So
I'll have to go make a lottery ticket now with that kind of information, Bill. Yeah, we're just talking about how to integrate online and offline marketing, and me and Karima are really good at that. I've got no problem talking to people about what we're doing and stuff like that. I think, however, I'm very selective because I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time talking to the wrong people about the Entrepreneur Power Hour or content marketing in general, because I used to be an MLM and network and health and wellness stuff in it. I never got anywhere with it. And then, well, you know our story, Michael. We told you. Didn't we? Did we tell you?
Yeah.
I think in it briefly, but your story is more important here, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad it took me forever to get on this chat. They kept saying you haven't entered any numbers like 5 times. Anyway, hi from Japan. My name is Mike Kraft, Killer Hornets. Maybe you've seen my Animal Planet show, Hunting Killer Hornets from Hell. That's me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Is that the name of your show?
Did you say Hornets? I've got a lot of yellow jackets you could come and take.
No, these things are huge. Let me see if I got one around here.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Come buy some bees from the Power Hour.
I will go the other way. I do not like bees at all. Not at all.
Well, bees actually aren't hostile. It's hornets and wasps are more hostile than bees are. Bees are actually quite mellow unless you disturb the nest, and that's when they sting you. But
I don't know what kind of bee it was. It stung me on my arm right here. I don't like that. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I don't like them. I go the other way. Don't like them.
Let me give you a quick.
Hi, everybody. It's Fran. I'm back. My computer got zapped.
Okay,
And
Michael,
we're having a bad thunderstorm here, so I called back in.
All right. We can barely hear you, Michael. I don't know what's wrong with your microphone.
I was hearing.
I don't know.
Do you have a headset?
Here, I can't find my fucking headset. Excuse me. No, speaking into my iPad, you guys are coming out clear.
Yeah,
okay, that's fine.
We can hear you a little. We can hear you to a degree, just not as well as we'd like to hear you. That's what I'm thinking.
That's fine.
You guys, I'm going to have to get going. I'll talk to you later. I'll get back with you, Kareem, and have a great day, guys.
Okay, bye-bye, Bill. Thanks for being here.
Bye, thanks.
Later, Bill. Thanks for the lotto ticket. Alrighty. So, yeah, but just going back to, I'm not trying to sell anybody bees, but going back to, like, that idea of I was throwing out there that You go up to someone and you create that rapport and you have fun with it, and then it'll actually, in turn, whatever you're doing, they'll want to be a part of it. They're like, wow, this crazy guy is willing to throw himself on camera, and he has all these other friends who are doing it. This looks like fun, and I'm going to be part of it.
Yeah.
Dan, did we scare you? Dan's like, oh boy.
Bees.
Fine, I'm cool. It's just I don't like bees. I know we need them. They're good for.
Yeah, we do need them. Absolutely.
We need them. We can't have them killed off or anything.
Well, bees are like cows. Bees are herbivores, where hornets and wasps are carnivores. That's the big difference. They're different. That's their species.
Well, yeah.
Bees is what it's carnivores and herbivores.
Yeah.
Bees are only interested in plants. They're not interested in you or anything else. Hornets basically eat the bees.
See, they would make good marketers. They're focused.
What?
No, they're very they're holacracy. They're the inventors of holacracy, by the way. They're the first. Organization was invented actually not by bees, because bees evolved from ants. So ants, I guess, are the first.
Well, actually, wasps evolved from ants.
Yeah, and so did bees.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. Yeah.
Is there a bee patent office? I would like to patent this design, sir. I don't want the beetles or the spiders stealing my inventions. You can count on me.
That's
right. That's funny. Can't hear you.
Anyway, okay, let me go find my headset. I'll be back.
Alrighty.
Somewhere.
You send him on a wild goose chase.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, it'll help him out when he has conferences with other people, so he can get his ideas across. They're like, "Oh, Mike, I heard you had a great idea." Yeah, what is it? What? What?
Yeah, I can't
what?
hear you.
It's like, oh, Kareem and Chris said I should have a headset. Woo! I didn't tie everything back to the subject.
See, he found it.
Woo! See, we helped him with marketing. Marketing. Hey, that looks good.
He looks like an air traffic controller now.
Hey, that's cool, man. He's gonna keep them planes up in the sky.
There's an incoming flight. Yeah, actually, yes, it's called Sound Up.
The bee has landed.
The bee now. Can everyone hear me okay now?
Yes, much better.
You're all good.
Is that better? All right, good. Well, here's the beautiful thing. I do have this innate power. I do have an innate power, which is I can intuitively find. And I just got up and I just went directly to where they were and I found them. It's like, they just talked to me. I used to do that with chess. I used to play chess and I'd always be able to pick white. I used to play chess for a chess club and, elementary school, stuff like that. And I'd always, every time someone would go like this, I knew where white was. It was like that hand. So showing off my superpowers. Just be odd.
Yep. Awesome.
Anyway. My name is Mike Trout. I live in Japan. I'm working on a decentralized project called SoundUps, and I'm headed to DevCon 2 in September. And I'm working on a fringe unconference that's going to happen at the same hotel, not at the same time as the conference. It's an unconference called undevcon2.com. So the idea there is actually to voice things about the classic Ethereum, the split, kind of an alternative thoughts and feelings. A lot of folks are going to be going to this conference that don't necessarily love Ethereum and will not have a voice or a platform to express their concern. So what I'm doing is creating a place, and I think we could do radio with it and everything else, and we could make it a pretty big thing.
Yeah, well, what I like about that is you're hitting different avenues. You're doing the radio, so you're passionate. You're getting your ideas on the airwaves. and you're creating YouTube videos, because I know you said you do that, and you're going to DevCon, so you're hitting it from all avenues. So people all around the world are watching it, listening, and they're like, oh, I saw Mike Trout at, DevCon or this conference, and this is awesome. And that's the best way, really, to get any idea, in my opinion, out there.
Yeah.
Oops, I wrote that wrong. So it's www.undev. So this is what I'd like to do is, if you guys are up for it, I already have another guy who does radio who wants to be, one of the promoters of it, of this basically fringe DevCon 2, the un-DevCon 2, the misfit DevCon 2, whatever, right? I don't know if you guys are following the Ethereum stuff going on right now. I'm sure some of you are, right?
I am, but we can talk about it after the call. So, because we're just keeping it general now, but I'll hit you.
All right, okay.
The idea is just general offline, online marketing.
All right, well, just to say this one thing. There is a revolution going on right now in Ethereum. What the heck is that noise?
Sounds like a fan.
It's my fan.
It's like,
Sound like Darth Vader breathing.
Oh my gosh, that was
Darth.
Great.
What do you think about
So
marketing?
there's this huge anything going on. So it's very interesting stuff.
That's cool, man. No, I have to have this fan on. It's too hot in my room otherwise.
I've got the fan off, and I'm sweating here, brother. I'm sweating. So yes, you can have the fan off.
Yeah. No, I can't. I don't want to turn it off.
If it wasn't for my AC here, I'd be boiling.
Here, I'll turn mine on.
I went to work in like this in a jacket, so I think I'll survive.
How's that? You guys hear the buzz?
Air traffic taking off.
No, it sounds good to me.
I can hear a little bit of something.
Oh, really? It's not that bad? I can leave it on? You're not getting anything?
Yes, leave it on. I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
I can hear it.
Because
it's blowing on your microphone.
Oh, boy. The air traffic controllers.
Yeah, we hear that. I hear that.
All right. I've got a super fan. Look at this fan that I have. I mean, I don't have this is like an industrial fan. This thing is the real deal.
Mike does not fool around when it comes to fans. Look out, world. We're bringing big fans back.
So any of you want to come to, if anyone out there wants to come to Japan and hunt killer hornets, I do have an eco adventure.
I know what kind
where
of
you
hornets.
actually go.
I know what kind of hornets. I know what kind of hornets you're talking about. Yeah, they're very nasty.
Yeah. So I actually have another show coming out on Smithsonian and Discovery Channel called Killer Hornets.
Okay.
And that's coming out. I don't know when, but it's been filmed and done. So, but that's just my hobby. Hey, someone's got to have a hobby.
Honestly, my hobby is making videos and having fun on there. And then hopefully I can make my hobby other people's hobby about them. Like you can have your videos where you're doing your found up houses and catching the bees. And then Dan's living the simply simple life in like Costa Rica and Jamaica and all the places the Beach Boys talk about. Australia, and he's sitting there. He's on top of that one, the Queen Sydney. He's like, "Hey guys, hey!" And he's like, "Hey, this is my new business partner, a kangaroo." And then people do fun things on camera. They live the life they want. That is a testament to the success of the Power Hour.
Well, I cleaned chicken poop the other day. Made a video on it.
Okay, I'll be sure not to watch that.
I'm going to link it. I'm going to make sure you do watch it. Let me go find it. I'm linking my chicken poop video.
No, I'll see you later. Have a good one. It's been nice
knowing
you.
You don't want to see my chicken poop video. Dude, it's so important. Do any of you raise chickens?
No. I don't raise chickens. I don't even eat meat, bro.
No, but I hang out with a lot.
Eggs?
No. I don't eat eggs either.
If you knew, well, that's good for you. We eat eggs a lot, so we eat eggs every day. That's a part of our protein. So I just don't. I want to know what my chickens are, what's in the eggs, everything else. I want my eggs to be loving, to be happy, to be like, damn, I love to lay eggs.
And your eggs love you. That could be a slogan for the past.
Yeah, I got Tommy. I got my two little. You want to see my? Hey, I have child labor. I'm proud. Hey.
Wow.
Hey,
hello, UNICEF.
Tommy.
UNICEF. Hello.
Hello, Tommy.
UNICEF.
Mikey, oide.
Oh,
I'll call in. Hey, I don't pay them a dime. These guys have to work for their money. Here's one of them.
That's
Here's
not
Mikey.
fair. See,
here's Mikey.
Power Hour
Mikey,
does not
say hi.
condone
Say hello. So, what's your job? What do you do? Take care of the chickens? Yeah. Do you like taking care of the chickens? Do you like it? No?
No, he doesn't.
Should we eat them? Let's go get the chickens. Hey, go get a chicken and let's go eat it right now. Let's go get a chicken. We'll eat it.
On
He doesn't
camera.
want to eat the chicken.
It'll be like,
on camera.
like, yeah,
Like,
Colonel Sanders. Like,
you want to bring a chicken in? Can we bring a chicken in? Should I go get a chicken and bring him in and have him talk on to you guys?
he could be on our panel.
What the hell?
Next week.
Child
Next
labor.
week.
You don't have child labor. Come on.
Hey, that's fine.
Child labor. I got two of them. Every day they get up. I'm like, get your ass out there and work those chickens. Or there'll be no breakfast. There'll be no breakfast.
Yeah, how many Zen chickens do you have?
200. Joking, 5. Can you imagine 200 chickens? That would be nasty.
Kareem,
No, we let them out. They walk around.
Kareem, we gotta meet
let
with
them out.
We actually have to end the show now because we got to meet with another person who wants to be interviewed with us. So.
Oh, great. Okay.
I want to thank
like, how do I get
everybody
rid of
for
trout?
being here, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.